Hello! My name is Deanne, and this is Deanne's Treasure Studio, where I read content not available on Audible. Free reading 2024 Players Handbook, Chapter 4, Character Origins. Generally speaking, our early life experiences plays a significant role in shaping our perception of the world. Thus, it is logical to assume the same for our fantasy characters. Basically, their journeys began in childhood, even though nobody wants to play out the tedious part. Droll, really. So let's delve right into it, why don't we? Character Origins. This chapter describes the two components of the adventurer's origin: background and species. Together, these elements suggest your character's early experience and family origin before taking up the adventuring life and learning the capabilities of a class described in Chapter 3. Origin components. Each part of your character's origin reflects facets of your character, their life, and the circumstances that started them on the path to adventure. If you choose the background or a species from an older book, see the sidebar. Backgrounds and species from older books in Chapter 2 for how to use them with your options here. Character backgrounds. Your character's background is a collection of characteristics that represent the place and occupation that were most formidable before your character embarked on a life of adventure. Each background includes a brief narrative of your character's past might have been like, although the details of these narratives however you like. Parts of a background. A background includes the following parts: ability scores. A background lists 3 of your character's ability scores, increase one by 2 and another by 1, or increase all 3 by 1. None of these increases can raise a score above 20. Feat. A background gives your character, I'm going to reread that. A background gives your character a specified origin feat, described in Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies. A background gives your character proficiency in 2 specified skills. Tool proficiencies. Each background gives a character proficiency with 1 tool, each either a specified tool or a chosen from the artisan's tool category. Tools are described in Chapter 6. Equipment. Each background offers a choice between a package of equipment and 50 gold pieces. Character species. When you choose your character species, you determine whether your character is a human or a member of a fantastical species, such as a dragonborn or gnome. The peoples of D&D multiverse hail from different worlds and include many kinds of sapient life forms. A player character's species is a set A player's character species is the set of game traits that an adventurer gains from being one of those life forms. Some species have traced their origin to a single world, plane of existence, or god, while other species from first appearance in the multiverse realms at once. While other species first appeared in the multiple realms at once. Whatever a species genus is, its members have spread across the multiverse and contribute to many different cultures. Members of species live for about 80 years, with exceptions noted in the text about the species in this chapter. Regardless of the lifespan, members of all species each physically and maturity at about the same age. Your character can be any age that isn't beyond their species' normal lifespan. Parts of a species. A species includes the following parts. Creature type. A character species determines the character's type, creature type, which is described in the rules glossary. Each species in this chapter is humanoid. Playable non-humanoid species appear in other D&D books. Size. Your character species determines the character's size. Individuals within a species cover a wide range of heights, and some of these species include such diversity of size that you can choose whether your character is small or medium. Speed. Your character species determines the character's speed. Special traits. Each species gives a character special traits, unique characteristics based on the species' physiology and magical nature. When you choose a species, your character gets all of the special traits listed for it. Some traits involve making a choice from a handful of options. Background descriptions. 16 backgrounds are presented in this section in alphabetical order. Acolyte, artisan, charlatan, criminal, entertainer, farmer, guard, guide, hermit, merchant, noble, sage, sailor, scribe, soldier, wayfarer. That concludes the page 177. Acolyte. Ability score: intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Feat: magic initiate, cleric. See chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: insight and religion. Tool proficiencies: calligrapher's supplies. Equipment: choose A or B. A is calligrapher's supplies, book, prayers, holy symbol, parchment, 10 sheets, robe, 8 gold pieces, or 50 gold pieces. You devoted yourself to a service in a temple, either nestled in a town or secluded in a sacred grove. There you perform rites in honor of a god or patron. You served under a priest and studied religion. Thanks to your priest's instructions and your own devotion, you also learned how to channel modicum of divine power in service to your place of worship and the people who pray there. Artisan. Ability scores: strength, dexterity, intelligence. Feat: crafter. See chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: investigation and persuasion. Tool proficiencies: choose one kind of artisan tools. See chapter 6. Equipment: choose A or B. A is artisan tools, same as above. 2 pouches, traveler's clothes, 32 gold pieces, or 50 gold pieces. You began mopping and scrubbing counters in an artisan workshop for a few coppers per day. As soon as you were strong enough to carry a bucket. When you were old enough to apprentice, you learned to create basic crafts of your own, as well as how to sweet talk an occasional demanding customer. Your trade also given you a keen eye for detail. Charlatan. Ability scores: dexterity, constitution, charisma. Feat: skilled. See chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: deception and sleight of hand. Tool proficiencies: forgery kit. Equipment: choose A or B. A is forgery kit, costume, fine clothes, 15 gold pieces, or B, 50 gold pieces. Once you were old enough to order an ale, you soon had a flavor favorite stool in every tavern within 10 miles of where you were born. As you traveled the circuit from public house to watering hole, you learned to prey on unfortunates who were in the market for a comforting lie or two, perhaps a sham potion or forged ancestry records. Criminal. Ability scores: dexterity, constitution, intelligence. Feat, alert. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: sleight of hand and stealth. Tool proficiencies: thieves' tools. Equipment: choose A or B. A is 2 daggers, thieves' tools, crowbar, 2 pouches, traveler's clothes, 16 gold pieces, or B, 50 gold pieces. You eked out a living in the dark alleys, cutting purses or burglaring shops. Perhaps you were part of a small gang of like-minded wrongdoers who looked out for each other. Or maybe you were a lone wolf, fending for yourself against the local thieves' guild and more fearsome lawbreakers. Entertainer. Ability scores: strength, dexterity, charisma. Feat, musician. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: acrobatics and performance. Tool proficiency: choose 1 kind of musical instrument. See Chapter 6. Equipment: choose A or B. A, musical instrument, same as above. 2 costumes, mirror, perfume, traveler's clothes, 11 gold pieces. B, 50 gold pieces. You spent much of your youth following roving fairs and carnivals, performing odd jobs for musicians and acrobats in exchange for lessons. You may have learned how to walk a tightrope, how to play a lute in a distinct style, or how to recite poetry with imperceptible diction. Imperceptible diction, This day you thrive at applause and long for the stage. Farmer. Ability scores: strength, constitution, wisdom. Feat, tough. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: animal handling and nature. Tool proficiencies: carpenter's tools. Equipment: choose A or B. A is sickle, carpenter's tools, healer's kit, iron pot, shovel, traveler's clothes, 30 gold pieces, or B, 50 gold pieces. You grew up close to the land. Years tending animals and cultivating the earth rewarded you with patience and good health. You have a keen appreciation for nature's bounty alongside a healthy respect for nature's wrath. Guard. Ability score: strength, intelligence, wisdom. Feat, alert. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: athletics and perception. Tool proficiencies: choose 1 kind of gaming set. See Chapter 6. Equipment: choose A or B. A is spear, light crossbow, 20 bolts, gaming set, same as above, hooded lantern, manacles, quiver, traveler's clothes, 12 gold pieces, or B, 50 gold pieces. Your feet ache when you remember the countless hours you spent at your post in the tower. You are trained to keep 1 eye looking outside the wall, watching for marauders sweeping from the nearby forest. And your other eye was looking inside the wall, searching for cut purse and troublemakers. Guide. Ability scores: dexterity, constitution, wisdom. Feat, magic initiate, druid. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: stealth and survival. Tool proficiency: cartographer's tools. Equipment: choose A or B. A, short bow, 20 arrows, cartographer's tools, bedroll, quiver, tent, traveler's clothes, 3 gold pieces, or B, 50 gold pieces. You came of age outdoors, Far from the settled lands, your home was anywhere you chose to spread your bedroll. There were wanderers in the wilderness, strange monsters, pristine forests and streams. Overgrown ruins of great walls once stood by giants, and you learned to fend for yourself as you explored them. From time to time, you guided friendly nature priests who instructed you in the fundamentals of channeling the magic of the wild. Hermit. Ability scores: Constitution, Wisdom, Charisma. Feat, Healer. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: Medicine and Religion. Tool proficiencies: Herbalism Kit. Equipment: choose A or B. A is Quarterstaff, Herbalism Kit. Bedroll, Book, Philosophy. Lamp, Oil, 3 flasks. Traveler's Clothes, 16 gold pieces. B is 50 gold pieces. You spent your early years secluded in a hut or a monastery located well beyond the outskirts of the nearest settlement. In those days, your only companions were the creatures of the forest and those who would occasionally visit to bring news of the outside world and supplies. The solitude allowed you to spend many hours pondering the mysteries of creation. Merchant. Ability scores: Constitution, Intelligence, Charisma. Feat, Lucky. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: Animal handling and Persuasion. Tool proficiencies: Navigator's tools. Equipment: choose A or B. Navigator's tools, 2 pouches. Traveler's clothes, 22 gold pieces. B is 50 gold pieces. You were apprenticed to a trader, caravan master, or shopkeeper, learning the fundamentals of commerce. You traveled broadly and you earned a living by buying and selling the raw materials artisans need to practice their craft or finish works from such crafters. You might have transported goods from one place to another by ship, wagon, or caravan, or brought them from the traveling traders and sold them at your own shop. Noble. Ability scores: Strength, Intelligence, Charisma. Feat, Skilled. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: Wisdom and Persuasion. Tool proficiency: choose one kind of gaming set. See Chapter 6. Equipment: choose A or B. A is gaming set, same as above. Fine clothes, perfume, 29 gold pieces. B is 50 gold pieces. You are raised in a castle surrounded by wealth, power, and privilege. Your family of a minor aristocrats ensured that you received the first-class education, some of which you appreciated and some of which you resented. Your time in the castle, especially the many hours you spent observing your family at court, also taught you a great deal about leadership. Sage. Ability scores: Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom. Feat, Magic Initiate, Wizard. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: Arcane and History. Tool proficiencies: Calligrapher's supplies. Equipment: choose A or B. Quarterstaff, calligrapher's supplies, book, history, parchment, and 8 sheets. Robe, 8 gold pieces, or B, 50 gold pieces. You spent your formidable years traveling between manors and monasteries, performing various odd jobs and services in exchange for access to their libraries. You whiled away many hours, long evenings, studying books and scrolls, learning the lore of the multiverse, even the rudiments of magic, and your mind yearns for more. Sailor. Ability score: Strength, Dexterity, Wisdom. Feat, Tavern Brawler. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies: Acrobatics and perception. Tool proficiencies, navigator's tools, equipment, choose A or B. A is dagger, navigator's tools, rope. Traveler's clothes, 20 gold pieces. B is 50 gold pieces. You lived as a seafarer, wind at your back, and the deck swaying beneath your feet. You perched on the bar stools and many ports of call. Then you can remember, faced many storms and swapped stories with folk who live beneath the waves. Scribe. Abilities, scores, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom. Feat, skilled. See Chapter 5. Skill proficiencies, investigation and perception. Tool proficiency, calligrapher supplies. Equipment, choose A or B. Calligrapher supplies, fine clothes, lamp oil, 3 flasks, parchment, 12 sheets, 23 gold pieces. Or B, 50 gold pieces. You spent 4 billable years as a subscriptium. I guess that's how you say it. A monastery dedicated to the preservation of knowledge, or a government agency where you learn to write with a clear hand and produce finely written text. Perhaps you scribed government documents or copy tomes of literature. You might have some skill as a writer or poetry, narrative or scholarly research. Above all, you have careful attention to detail, helping you avoid introducing mistakes into documents you copy and create. That concludes the origins. Like, subscribe. Until next time.